guys, what's going on everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome to, hopefully, a pretty awesome and fantastically exciting video for the LEGO Ninjago Movie Video Game. Well, what are we doing today? Well, if you've read the title, you would know we are going to go through every dojo in Ninjago City. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't even just say Ninjago City, because it's going to be much more than just the city. So if we zoom out, you can see the complete map, the entirety of the Ninjago Island right here, which looks pretty fantastic, and it contains some really cool dojo challenges. Now, if you don't know what the dojo challenges are, let me go on ahead and show you. So basically they are challenges that allow you to battle a whole bunch of enemies and then a boss fight at the end of it, which is pretty exciting as well, and you try to score as high of a score as possible. So the first one we're going to take on is the collapsing condo. And we can go on ahead and actually select a character that we want to use for this one. So why don't we pick Acronix, a very cool character indeed. So with all that in mind, let's rock and roll here for the new Dojo challenge here today. Of course, like always, guys, don't forget, if you do enjoy the Dojo challenge episode, please don't forget to hit that like button. Let's try to hit 3,000 likes. No, let's try to hit 30,000. No, I'm joking. Okay, that would be kind of crazy. 30,000. I mean, if we can reach 3,000, that would be insanely awesome. So thank you guys so very much for the support. So here we go. By the way, you might be asking yourself, like, wait, Blitz, in that little preview window just now, it showed different characters, and you get to use whoever you want. Well, the way that it works is once you've completed the Dojo challenge once, you can then unlock free play for the Dojo challenge, which means that you can go on ahead and pick whatever character you want to play as. So that's pretty exciting because it allows you to play as any character you want, which is pretty spectacular. So here we have Acronix, a very cool ghostly character. And you'll notice that the stage keeps unfolding as well. We're currently fighting within a building in Ninjago City. You'll also notice a number, well, actually several numbers. The main number you'll notice up top, that's our score. So it's like 42,000 right now. And you'll see that it says 42,000 and 60,000. Well, 60,000 is an indicator that if you reach that, you'll earn the next medal, or the next honor, I guess, in this particular level. So that's a clarification of what all those mean. And then you'll notice a number with a much smaller figure, like that number right there that just decreased from 4 to 3. And that's an indicator of the fact that there are still 2 other foes remaining that we need to take down. So we just took down wave number 2. And kablam, here comes wave 3. These dojo challenges, usually I would imagine, from at least off the top of my head, as I recall, consist of always 3 waves, and then there's a boss wave. Now, the really nice thing about the boss wave is that that's the wave in which you can score a lot of points, because until you don't defeat the boss, the minions are going to keep spawning. So it gives you a pretty good opportunity to just keep scoring as many points as you like, which is spectacular. So if you're going for like really big high scores, that's very helpful. Boom, guys, we just hit a 78 hit combo. Let's leave your prediction down in the comment section below. Let me know, first of all, what will be your favorite, dojo challenge. So you'll watch all of them, and then let me know which was your favorite, which boss fight was the coolest, maybe what arena was the coolest. I'll tell you which is my favorite shortly, once we actually get there. But I also would love to hear your opinion as to which one do you think is the coolest one of the entire bunch. So there we go, another foe defeated there. And I can't find the other enemy. Oh, that stinks, because that broke up my combo. That's not cool. Oh, he's up here. Look at him trying to hide away. Not gonna happen. Not with Acronix on the case. There we go. And there is our boss fight. Is that like close to this street or no? How is she drinking from a cup that has a hole in the bottom? It doesn't even make sense. And second of all, what a horrible name is that? Like, literally, how do you call yourself just General 1? Like, why would you not call yourself like General Spiky Hair even? Or like, which is a pretty awful name as well. But come on, like, just to be known as General 1, that's such a generic name. You have to admit. So I'm going to try to string some combos together here. I can actually Dragon Strike this guy if I want. That wasn't a Dragon Strike. But we could go for a Dragon Strike. So this by the way, this is me showing you guys, again, that you can go on ahead and battle waves and waves of enemies, because they will keep spawning to help their queen, in this case, or I guess in this case, the general. So they're trying to help her out. My previous record for this particular dojo was 710,000 points. I don't know if I'll be able to score any higher than that, but we could attempt it, that's for sure. Okay. There we are. So this is now a 70 hit combo. 72 hit combo, sorry. Okay. Break that up. Ow. So right now she's blocking everything. So what you want to do in those moments is vary your attack. Because basically, if they're blocking your attacks, that means that you're not going to be able to actually hit them at that point. So you need to go with something else. So whether it be your stinging bee attack or just something a bit more varied, you'll be able to pull off an actual attack and then obviously be able to go on ahead and get the victory. So we've already defeated our previous record, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to dodge that shot from her. And then we're going to just focus on defeating her at this point, because she doesn't have all that much HP left. Usually they have 3 health bars. So you'll see, obviously, she only has 1 health bar remaining. And if I want, I could go ahead and hit another Dragon Strike here, if that's what I choose to do. But I think we'll be fine to just go on ahead and get the victory. So that was brilliant right there. A victory for us. And there we go. We get a nice little celebration with some fireworks and the big "You win" honors. So that was terrific. 1 dojo down, many more to go. Alrighty guys, and here we go with dojo number 2, the Slithering Catacombs. And you'll be quite interested to see what character I chose for this second one, because I felt like it'd be kind of cool to use one of their own snake people against them. And this is actually one of the coolest looking dojos of the entire bunch. It's just a really, really kind of villainous looking catacomb, because you've got the big giant snake head. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Harry Potter as well. But here we have Lasha with us, who's going to help us and hopefully be victorious in this particular performance. This is actually one of my lowest scoring dojos to date, where I only managed to score, I believe my high score in this one is 400,000 studs. So we'll see if we can break that record today. That would be brilliant. We're going to try to go for some ground attacks as well, just to vary it up a little bit. Oh, look! It's Lasha! Lasha versus Lasha. Sounds like I'm saying some sort of a dish. Hey, would you like some Lasha? Sounds yummy. Kind of. Not really. Whoa, nice Dragon Strike there from our teammate. Of course, you can play the dojos with 2 players, which is pretty awesome. So you can actually go on ahead and be victorious and glorious together. So if you're playing the co-op version of the game, or playing the co-op option in the game, you will be able to go on ahead and defeat these enemies much quicker, which is pretty exciting. And obviously compete to see who can score the highest amount of points. Oh, look at that! We are dominating. This is a great start for us. If we can keep this up, I think there's a good chance we can break our previous high score, guys. I think there might be a chance. There might be an opportunity. But we will see whether or not there will be, of course. Yikes. Oh, gosh. Okay. This is no joke. They do a lot of damage. Okay. I do have to be careful here, because if we get surrounded, that's going to do a lot of damage to us. The other thing you want to be very careful about in the Slithering Catacombs dojo is the actual poison all over the floor. So this green stuff here, you see, that stuff is going to do damage to you. Now, luckily, of course, since I am playing a snake person, or a snake member, it doesn't do any damage to me. But if I were to switch, I'll show you guys that in just a sec, as soon as I break my record. There we go, new high score has been made. So that's great. But if I choose Kai, for example, who's just a ninja, and I walk over here, you see what that does? That does damage to me right away, which will break up your combo. So be very careful with those green piles of goo. You want to be very, very, very cautious, because Pythor's folks and his army, they will definitely try their best to push you into those piles of goo, because that's one of their best ways to go on ahead and deal damage to you. So be very cautious about how you deal with them in that sense, you know? Okay, careful. Let's go around. The nice thing is, again, once you've defeated the dojo once, you can come back here with one of these snake characters yourselves, and then that will make your life a heck of a lot easier because you will have the ability to go on ahead and not worry about all these green piles of goo. You can just walk through them just like they are doing. So that's pretty awesome, and that's quite liberating because it saves you a lot of headaches, and you're not just worried all the time like, oh gosh, am I going to land over there? Because sometimes when you'll jump up and attack, you'll end up bouncing into those piles of green goo without even wanting to. You're like, okay, well, I guess I should have not jumped attacked over there, or jump attacked, because otherwise you're just always at the risk of falling into one of the piles. And once you do, good luck trying to come back from that, because they'll break up your combo, and that will stink. So if you're trying to like race your friend to see like, ooh, who can score the higher score, it would be quite a bummer, because your friend will possibly might score a higher score than you, and just simply because their combo did not get broken apart. So be very, very, very cautious of that. You will notice, of course, some of these warriors that we're fighting have the extra life bar. So like the regular warriors, these ones that you can almost take out with one shot sometimes, they're very easy to defeat. But then sometimes you'll have the heavier warriors that have multiple bits of health. And then, of course, you also have characters like this, the boss fights, which is Pythor, for example. Oh gosh, that hurt. And Pythor has, as you can see, just like the previous boss that we've battled, which was General Number 1, he has 3 health bars. And what he does is he burrows just to try to get away from harm's way. So basically, you want to be very active about getting some damage onto him, because what he'll do is as soon as you get a few hits on him, he'll burrow underground and get away from you. So you want to try, as long as he is not underground. You see, that's it. Now he's underground, so now I have to just run around and wait for him, which again can break up my combo, just like it did. I had a 159 hit combo, and that thing was just broken apart. But that obviously stinks. Wait, do I have 1 million points right now, guys? Whoa! How crazy is that? That is really cool. You might have also noticed that sometimes I have these special moves where I can knock up the enemy into the air. Let me show you. So like, I'll try to do it with this guy there. So this is called the Dragon Strike, and you can only do it to the light and medium enemies. You cannot do it to the bosses. So like, I can't throw Pythor into the air right now and hit him with that combo, unfortunately. I mean, to be fair, it would have been kind of broken if I would be able to do that, because we could just defeat the boss like almost instantaneously. So, it makes sense as to why they made that feature available only for the medium and lower class characters. Alright, so let's try to defeat Pythor here. He's pretty low at this point. I could also use this little ability right there, which is the kind of just dashing jump. It's actually quite nice to be able to get out of harm's way, especially of the bosses, because they have a very long charge-up attack. But I think I got him here. Boom. There we go. So he has been defeated. So you just called us the pits. That's just rude, bro. That's just rude. But that's the Slithering Catacombs cleared. Alright, so our next dojo, well, maybe I shouldn't even be talking about it because it's called the Secret Factory. So maybe we should try to keep it a secret. You know what? Let's go there. We're headed to the 3rd dojo of today, and we are going to battle in the Secret Factory. This is actually one of the toughest dojos of the entire bunch because of those electric panels and deadly lasers that are trying to fry us all the time. Yeah, let's just say they're not particular fans of the Ninjago squad. I have chosen Kai for this particular battle just because I think it could be really fun to play as Kai. Plus, we haven't really played as any of the Ninjago characters yet, so it's pretty pleasant to get to go on ahead and play as the Ninjago team here. And we've got a whole bunch of Nindroids attacking us, which are some of the more original Ninjago foes. So these are the... I don't think that these guys appear in the movie, so these are just enemies that are unique to the game, not to the film itself. So right now I have to keep paying attention, because if this panel that I am standing on is going to start glowing, and it might very well start glowing, I need to be able to get away from it, because, you see, it's glowing red. That means it's going to get electrocuted. So if I was standing on there, well, I'll show you what happens in just a sec. We'll stick around on this pad until it glows red, and then you'll see what exactly occurs when you get struck by a massive amount of electricity from the Nindroid factory. So it's not a very pleasant thing, that's for certain. Okay, let's go on ahead and hit this guy with a nice little combo wombo. Okay. So the electrical charge is going around right now, and it basically like cycles from one cube to the other, because there are 4 cubes total. So if you stand on there, you're done for. There is no escaping that electricity. It is that powerful that it's just going to get you, and there's not much you can do to fight back against it. So yeah, this is a very weird factory. I will agree with anybody who brings that up, because honestly, it just looks like a factory of destruction. It doesn't look like they're actually manufacturing anything in this factory, you know? Like, it's like everything is made for destruction. There's destructive lasers, destructive panel floor that is trying to electrocute us. Get away! Okay, whew. I managed to survive, but it did get hit by the laser, so that's not pleasant. That did hurt. And unfortunately, I'm kind of somewhat trapped here. And this laser is going to try to fry us, and it was successful, which stinks because that broke up our combo once again. So you can see that this Dojo definitely offers up a lot more of a difficult challenge than the other 2 that we've fought in so far. That's why it's actually one of my favorites, because it can definitely be quite the challenge when you're not timing things well, or when you do stuff like that, which is complete buffoon mode. I don't know how I jumped off there. That stinks. Oh gosh. That hurt. I was a little bit too close to that panel, and I did not even realize that it had activated. Uh-oh. Nope. I'm getting away from that, because that laser is going to fry us up if we stay close. And there's still one more Nindroid remaining, and I believe that that Nindroid was on that panel. Oh, maybe he got electrocuted and got taken out.
Pathetic creatures. Prepare to be erased.
And here is the big baddie of the dojo, the boss fight. This is Cryptor, of course. He's going to try to hit us with his Beyblade attack. He's going to keep spinning. Now, if he didn't manage to hit you, that's a very good thing, because that means that you're going to go on ahead and be able to do a whole lot of damage to him. Uh-oh. So you want to try to avoid when he's charging. Okay, now he's going to go for the spin attack, so I'm just going to kind of run around in circles and then wait for him to get dazed and confused, and then that's when we can strike, and not just strike, but defeat Cryptor. Goodbye, Cryptor. Look, the camera tried to zoom in, and he's all the way down at the bottom of the factory. You win! That's right. So that's the secret factory cleared out and done with. So yes, indeed, we are going from a factory to the docks of Ninjago City. And my good googly moogly, it still looks pretty creepy though. Like, everything's green, spooktacular, and there's a big giant tornado going through. So that's not particularly pleasant, of course. So here we have the wonderful Zane and Nya team. Goodness gracious, I don't know why. Sometimes I mispronounce her name as Nya. I guess maybe because that's how it's written, but it's actually said as Nya, so I've learned that lesson plenty of times. So we're going to try to strike her quick. Or strike quickly and strike often, actually. That would be the way to go. Now, this tornado, I definitely would like to avoid the tornado, because as you saw right there, that tornado has just taken out Zane quite easily, might I add. But you also have to battle not just the regular, like, minifigure size enemies, but these little ghosts that you saw floating right there. Those are our enemies as well. So there's a lot of annoying little buggers. Or maybe annoying little boogers, really, because they look like green boogers just flying around, that we need to take down. Okay. I have to be careful, because sometimes when these enemies spawn, I think that that's their spawn circle, but it's actually the tornado. So you want to be cautious and not end up getting hit by the tornado. And the tornado's trying to do its best to hit us. As you can see, it's following us pretty much. So I'm going to run away from it over to the other side of the dock, because we can, and that's something that will keep us alive and well for the foreseeable future. For now, let's Dragon Strike this foe and earn ourselves a good bunch of studs. Uh-oh, it's Mr. Booger. He's back. All right, Stinging Bee attack there. That takes care of that enemy. And the hurricane, or the tornadoes, oh, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna try to... Ooh, nice! I wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull that off. I was like, I'm gonna try to jump past the tornado, and it actually worked out. We actually managed to get past it, so that's pretty awesome. Pretty happy with that. And still have one more green ghost to defeat on that side. And now we set up for wave number 3. This is going to be the largest of the bunch. It's a 20-person wave, so it's going to be a challenge. I am certain of that. I do not doubt that it won't be... Oh, gosh. Okay, that was actually kind of lucky. I mean, it's unlucky that we got hit, but it is lucky that we didn't get knocked off. Because if you fall into the swampy waters, you're done for. Oh, no, the tornado got us. You see? I tried to do my best to avoid the tornado, and it still managed to get me. Which absolutely stinks. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay, I am down, but not out. Which is lucky. Let's multi-strike this foe. Wow, we've only defeated 6 enemies? That shows you how difficult this one is. I thought we had defeated a whole bunch more already. Guess I thought incorrectly, clearly. Alright, but we're starting to pull off some nice combos. I gotta be careful and remember that I can't even attack him when he's doing that spin attack. Like, you can go on ahead and do damage to him when he's charging up for the attack. Oh, gosh. And that's not good news. That might break up my combo. Oh, it did! Oh, it did. I was really, really hoping that it wouldn't, but it actually did end up breaking the combo. Look at that crazy string of stinging bee attacks. The stinging bee attack, by the way, is the one where you jump into the air and then you strike at the enemy from the air. So you can kind of like bounce from enemy to enemy. Here, I'll show you. So I'll bounce from... Whoops. Well, I kind of failed at that, didn't I? Still one more enemy to go. Whoa, no! Ah. I thought I managed to get away. I thought incorrectly. And now Zane is stuck in it as well. Oh, man. All right, time to face the boss.
Regular ghosts are scary, but I'm really good with the wind of you.
And this is Moro, the Master of Wind, of course. So I'm gonna show you. There we go. Did you see how I strung those 2 attacks together? So he has like a charging spear attack, as you can see. Instead of spinning around, he only like focuses one spot, but he moves a lot faster than the spin attackers. So when he goes for his attack, which he will in just... There we go. I was going to say in just a second. He will really, really go for it. But luckily, he's quite easy to defeat. So there we are. That's another dojo in the book. So that's 4 dojos, guys, that we have already cleared out. Do you have a favorite yet? Maybe don't jump to one so quickly. There are still a few more to go. Alrighty, moving along to the next dojo challenge. And this one is, well, quite menacing. Just the name of it is quite menacing. And that is the Deadly Arena. And we are going to be fighting, of course, Master Chan in this particular challenge. So there's the... Last City of Generals, and the very annoying Master Chan, who's just basically going to be looking at us as we have to battle all of these foes that he is sending down towards us in this deadly arena. So the first wave is quite easy because it's just the 16 enemies, and you do have to watch out for the fire right there that comes down from the big giant dragon snakes. So we do want to be careful about that. But other than that, for the most part, it's a pretty simple process. That's a really cool combo from Garmadon. Yeah, by the way, I chose Garmadon for this one because I thought it'd be fun to play as the bad guy in the Lost City of Generals. There we are. Defeated him. Now we've got a few more challengers up here. We can make quick work of them. That's not too much of a big deal. Excellent work. And nicely done. And one more combo for good measure. Ta-da! Alright, so here's wave 2. This is when things get a lot more intense, because now we've got this giant hole, or 2 holes in the floor, into which if you fall, well, let's just say good luck. I mean, I guess I might as well show you what happens. It's insta-kill, so you cannot touch those at all. You're instantly out of the battle, which just stinks. Well, you're not out of the battle, I guess. You're just instantly out of your combo meter, which is something pretty important because you're trying to score as high of a score as possible to either earn the character unlocks or to maybe go on ahead and defeat your friend if you're just playing for hey, who can score the highest score possible, you know? So it's definitely something that adds a lot more difficulty because now you're not only worried about the flames from the dinosaur, I love how I went snake, dragon, dinosaur. Yeah, cool. Like 3 different things it is. But from the snake, so if you avoid the actual breath of fire, then you're good in the first wave. But then now you have to worry about not just the fire, you have to worry about the big giant spikes. And then wave 3 goes like, oh, the spikes weren't enough? Check this out. So now you've got spinning spikes all around. So before this, it was quite easy to avoid because you just needed to not fight anywhere close to that. But now, these guys are going to push you, they're going to jump you, and they're going to basically push the fight towards these things. And when they do, well, let's just say good luck. Because you're going to get hit by those spinning spikes, and that's going to hurt a lot. And again, it's going to break up your combos, which just stinks. Alright, I have to get rid of this guy's shield, because while he has the shield, it's going to be incredibly difficult to defeat him. Ooh, nice. So I've managed to move out of the way out of this charging spear warrior, which is great. That, of course, means that I was able to avoid most of the harm that he was trying to do. Oh, nice. Look at that. Dodged that. Got rid of his shield, and now I can defeat him. I guess the nice thing about having these different area of effects going on is that you can use them against the enemies as well. So just as much as these things hurt you, they can hurt the enemy as well. So you can push them into the fire. You can go on ahead and push them into the lava pit or the spike lava pit. So it's pretty cool actually that you can go on ahead and use these things that Master Chan thinks you're gonna lose to and actually use them against him and his army. So, you know, it's kind of a cool idea actually. Alright, let's see. I need to time this well, dodge that, grab the shield, and then become victorious. That was quite glorious. Alright. So here comes Chan himself. So he wants to put up a fight, and he actually does put up quite the fight. It feels like he's got a little bit more HP than some of the other bosses. Like, he takes damage a bit greater, in a greater quantity, I guess, than some of the other foes. The nice thing is that when he misses with his wind-up attack, it becomes quite easy to do. Oh, he didn't miss there. That actually hurt. But when he misses, you have a few seconds to really land a lot of damage, so that's really quite great. And there we are. That's Master Chan defeated by Garmadon and Master Wu. So, kind of cool. The Masters defeat the Master. So we're headed to some swampy areas with the Dark Swamp Dojo Challenge next. This is actually one of my personal favorites just because you don't just battle one enemy, you actually battle the twins of Acronix and Asterix, is that? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But they are both really cool looking, very, very, very cool designs, and super useful characters in the game. So this is definitely one of those dojo challenges that you want to try to complete as quickly as possible. And I'm actually using Master Chan, whom we just defeated in the last dojo challenge. So it's pretty cool that you can go on ahead and, of course, use some of the characters that you've defeated. Like, all the bosses that you've seen so far, the way to unlock them in the game is to go on ahead and defeat them in their respective dojo challenges. So when we defeated Pythor, you would unlock Pythor, and that's very cool. So you get a lot of really cool looking characters and some very, very, very cool villains added to your entire squad and roster of characters in the game. So for now, we have one more enemy, and the first wave has been completed. So now the swamp is going to swallow some of the pier, and now we have a lot less of an area to actually fight in, which means that there's a lot more room for error because, well, there's a lot less room to fight. So we can land into the swampy water, and as you might have seen, the swampy water is actually filled with crocodiles. So that's what makes it very, very, very deadly and dangerous. So that's why we want to try to avoid it at all cost. Alright, let me try to go on ahead and defeat that enemy up there, just so that he's not, like, striking down at us suddenly. Master Chan's, like, really good, dude. I'm actually kind of surprised by how well we're doing. In a good way, that is. Very, very, very pleasantly surprised that we're putting up as good of a fight as we are. And there we go. Good little combo. And defeat him as well. There he goes into the swampy waters below. Same with that fella. And where's our other enemy? Oh! Midair! Did you see that? I sting beat him in midair. That was a crazy strike. So where's our last enemy? Oh! There he is. There we go. So I just pushed him into the water and that allowed me to win there. That was pretty awesome. So now the other side has been swallowed. It looks like the crocodiles are going on a wood diet. They're just chomping up all the pier. They're like, yep, we're going to take all this away from you. We're not going to allow you to stick around. Oh, gosh. Okay, so this is wave 3. After this, we can expect our boss fight situation to unfold. For now, ouch. Okay, I really don't need to be standing here right now. You see, this is the thing where it becomes difficult to fight in such a small area because there's a lot more of them than there are of you. So they'll surround you, and then you're in a situation where you're just trying to not get hit a lot so that your combos don't break up. And that's easier said than done because they are very, very, very aggressive and they will continuously pounce and attack you. So you want to be very cautious about allowing yourselves to be surrounded by a lot of them, because if they do, they will probably break up your combo, which means that there goes all your combo meter, there goes all your high scores and aspirations for a high score. Ouch! Did you just see that? He jumped from that other pier all the way over here. That was impressive. Oh no! Well, there we go. We got swallowed by an alligator. Not good. Yes! We have a Dragon Strike available. So we hit him with the Dragon Strike, send him flying. And there's still 2 more enemies to go. Somewhere around about here. There's one of them. Oh gosh, it's another one of the heavy machinery foes. I don't know if we'll be able to pull it out. Nice! Haha! We have thrown him down into the crocodile pit. Oh. That was a little bit dangerous because they will jump. When they charge their attack, they'll do like a massive jump. Oh gosh, you see how much splash damage that does? Like, it sends us flying into the air. It's like he's Thor or something. Bye-bye. Alright, so that was pretty well done. But here's a Chronix and Crux. Oh gosh, so this is the first time that we have a boss fight where there are 2 bosses instead of just 1. We're going to try to take away the shield off of Crux there. And we're going to throw him into the water so that he takes some extra damage. Okay, so I've knocked off 1 health bar off of each of them, which is pretty good. It looks like the crocodiles don't like to eat these guys for some reason. Or maybe the crocodiles just don't mess with them. Oh no! That spear attack is very tough to dodge. When he just charges ahead like that, it's like good luck. But what I would suggest is, instead of fighting both of them, if you can, kind of like what I've done here, try to isolate one of them, because that would be a lot easier for you to then battle them, knowing that you're only focused on one. It just makes things a lot more simplistic. So there we go. I've defeated one, or I guess I've almost defeated one. There we go. So that's one of them defeated. Now we just got to defeat Mr. Beyblade over here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Super combo wombo. Wait, how many hits is this? It was like 50 hits. That was amazing. That was crazy. Did you see that, guys? Look. I just keep throwing him off the ledge there. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. There we go. You need to knock him on the docks, because if you just knock him in the water, he'll just jump back over. He's not taking enough damage there. But there we go. That's the Dark Swamp Dojo completed. For the next dojo challenge, and this is the Scorched Tomb. This one is gonna be a doozy. It is one of the dojo challenges that is actually supposed to be kind of a flashback in the game, which is why you can see Lloyd, or Lloyd, teaming up with his mom. So that's kind of a cool little team-up mission there. And here we are within the Scorched Tomb. I'm actually going to be playing as Pixel, which we have not played as yet, so this should be pretty exciting. And you're basically fighting this entire stone army. Now, if you're thinking to yourself like, wouldn't it be clever to go on ahead and destroy the statues before they can actually spawn? You can, so it would be clever. I agree with you, but unfortunately it is not something that you can do. So, as much as you might wish to do that, it is not happening. Pixel is really good, man. Wow. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised by the character. Like, she's fantastic. She's got a lot of really cool moves because she's got these like side swords, you see, that hang off the off of her arms, which are really cool, by the way. They look sweet. We're gonna defeat this foe right here, and then move right along to our next enemies. And we have only 2 more foes remaining in wave 1. So we're gonna have a quick run around, wait for the next enemy, and there he is. And that is another foe defeated. So, time for wave 2. So you'll notice that the statue of the main bad guy is slowly but surely lowering. And as that happens, there are big giant holes that are occurring in the scorched tomb. So we do not want to be scorched, so stay away from those big giant holes in the wall. Because if you fall in there, well, let's just say you're turning into Lego barbecue. So it is not a particularly pleasant place to go. So try to avoid it as best you can. Alright, cool combo there. So we have enough energy right now for a Dragon Strike, which would be pretty awesome to pull off. So let's go on ahead and take this enemy up into the air. Hit him with our Dragon Strike combo, which is brilliant. This guy was blocking a lot of shots from Lloyd, but luckily we were able to break through his defenses and get the victory there, so that is brilliant. We have a 101 hit combo right now, so that's pretty good. That's a 102, I should correct myself. That should make it 103, 104, and then where's our enemy? Oh, wow. Oh, no! Hey, remember that rant that I had about not falling into that hole? Yeah, well, I just messed up. Oh, yo, yo. That stinks. Here we go, guys. Time for wave 3. This is the wave that's going to have some more tough enemies spawning, the ones that have the extra health bar. So I want to be careful about those. This is also one of those rare times where some of our enemies have long-ranged attacks. So you might have seen the guys that have been spawning that have the crossbows. So that's one of the reasons why you want to be careful in this particular Scorched Tomb arena, because, or dojo, sorry, because these guys will do damage to you at long range as well as close range. So you want to try to close the gap on them as fast as possible so that you're not worried about having to battle them all. Or even getting damage from long range, because that would not be particularly pleasant. Here we go. There's another enemy spawning. That guy was waiting. He was gonna start firing at us, so luckily we were able to shut him down. Lloyd has just taken out another one of our foes, so that's great. Ow, ow. Not cool. Not cool at all. Alright, so we have one more enemy remaining. I'm gonna check over this side. Yep. There he is with his crossbow. And fortunately enough, we managed to defeat him. And now the statue, the main statue, has come to life. This is General Kozu, which is an awesome name. And he looks really cool because he's got the 4 arms, just like Garmadon does, so that makes him quite cool and quite unique. Again, similarly to Garmadon and Master Chan, you want to try to dodge that big charge-up attack, and when you do that, you'll have the opportunity to go on ahead and deal pretty good amounts of damage, because he'll be stuck for a good amount of time, so you should be able to get at least half of his 3 health bars. And once you've done that a couple of times, you can defeat him quite easily, and he drowns in the lava, which is pretty spectacular and scary. Alrighty guys, welcome on back to another battle, and yes, that is a chicken right there. You are not crazy. This is the Master's Dojo. So this is going to be quite exciting. This is the Master Chicken. This is actually the first dojo that you complete in the game, because it pretty much revolves around the tutorial of the game. So like as you learn about you end up going through this dojo. So let's see how well we can do here in this dojo. I do have Samurai X with us, so not a ninja actually, instead of samurai character, so that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to seeing just how well we can do here. We're already on to wave number 2, so that was pretty easy. This is actually probably my second favorite dojo just because it's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, you're fighting a chicken. That's the boss fight. That's pretty funny. So that obviously tells you that the next dojo is going to be my favorite. So stay tuned for that. And of course, I also would love to hear your opinion so far. Which was your favorite out of the entire bunch? For now, though, we need to hit a combo wombo right there. So that was brilliant. Yikes. Okay, well, we're sending the entire dojo flying. The whole thing is like falling apart at this point. So that's not great for Master Chan, whose dojo this is, I believe. So, or I guess maybe this dojo belongs to the Master Chicken, so I can't even question that. Alright, it is actually also kind of unique in the sense that this is the only dojo that we have been in where we did not just have 3 waves and then the boss fight. It was actually 4 waves and then the boss fight. So, in that sense, it's definitely quite cool and unique and different to the other ones that we've competed in so far. Uh-oh. Come on. I know he's going to go for that Beyblade attack again, so... Okay. And I got flung out of the way by that. So I'm just going to wait until he's dazzled and confused, or dazed and confused. Hey, isn't that a movie? What's this? Dodge roll. Oh, okay, it's just giving us advice. So that's obviously going back to the tutorial thing I mentioned, how this is usually used, or this dojo is actually completed as part of the tutorial. So as you're learning the game early on, you would go through this dojo here. Okay, done pretty well there. Okay, now I gotta just get away because we're gonna get KO'd here. And that should be the victory. Brilliant work there. Bye-bye, chicken. Alright, we are the master. No chicken for us. Dude, Samurai X looks so cool. I love that minifigure design. It just looks so epic. Look at that thing. That face helmet is just really, 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 really sweet. Alright, so now it is, of course, going to be time for the final dojo. Here we go, guys. The final dojo. It's the final dojo. Pa-da-da-dum. It is called the Savage Skyship. It is, by far, in my opinion, the most difficult of the dojos because, well, there's a lot of stuff going on. You're on a moving platform at all times. You are on the Savage Skyship, and you're getting attacked from every which way, plus as the battle goes on, with each wave, some of these platforms are going to disappear beneath our feet. So that's why I went ahead and asked for help from the legendary Gold Ninja himself, aka Lloyd, of course, but we just needed some very, very serious help here, and hopefully the Golden Ninja will be able to help us. The other issue why this particular actual challenge is quite difficult is because you can't go up there, so you have to wait for these guys to come down to you. And the main issue with that is that by the time they come down to you, there's a good chance that your combo streak will break apart, which obviously stinks because that means that your ability to score very high scores in this particular mode is quite hindered. It's not particularly easy to do so. So this is actually probably, I think, that's a sentence of a lifetime. But I do believe that this is probably my lowest score in a dojo. I think I only have about like 320,000 points in this dojo because it's that difficult. It's quite challenging, and as you can see right now, for example, kablamo! Now there's a big giant hole in the ground itself. So as difficult as everything was prior to this, it has just increased exponentially so because, of course, now there's this giant gap in the floor as well that we need to deal with at all times. So it's not the easiest one, so I'm going to try to do my best to go on ahead and defeat this dojo with a brand new high score, because that would be brilliant, of course. Plus, of course, you might have noticed that there are also bombs being dropped from the sides, like that bomb right there, and you lose more and more of the platform. So right there, because I wasn't paying attention and didn't see that the bomb had already landed on that side, we got flung to our death, and the problem is that broke up our 50-hit combo. So That's a really, really, really big bummer, because it would have been awesome to, of course, have maintained that combo streak for the next little while. Okay, so right now I have to get away because that's going to go down as well now. Ow. You see? So that platform is going to disappear as well, which is just awesome. I'm obviously being sarcastic when I say that. And there goes my combo streak again. So right now I'm at 112,000 points, which is pretty terrible. Like, honestly, if you saw any of the other dojos, of course, I don't know why you would just skip to this one, but maybe you did in the timestamps. But either way, it's just fascinating to me that this is the one dojo where it's quite difficult to score very, very high scores. But if you have, let me know down in the comment section below, what is your highest score for this particular dojo, or any of the dojos for that matter? Because I think my highest score has been like 4 or 5 million or something like that. So that seems to have been the highest honors that we have been able to earn. The Golden Ninja is definitely helping us out. I'm not complaining about that. We've been putting up a pretty good fight. They also have long-range attackers and short-range attackers, so that adds to the difficulty of the entire thing as well, because you're constantly dealing with different ranges and stuff like that. So all of that adds up into a pretty difficult overall task. Okay, so we've defeated 2 more enemies. They're going to drop the big bomb there, so we have to be very, very, very careful. There's another enemy coming down the center, which is great. Did you see that one guy? He was going to try to parachute down, and he got obliterated. Ow. Okay. Yeah, that hurt. And we only have 1 more enemy to go. There we are. Okay, it's time for the boss fight. It's Nadakon. Or maybe it's Nadakon, who's a ghost, and he can float around, which stinks, because he's not worried about falling down through those platforms, as you see, because he can just recover. So he doesn't really care. Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised by just how well I did there. This might be the fastest that I've ever defeated him. That was crazy. Wow. Does the Golden Ninja do a lot more damage or something? Because that was like incredibly easy. I'm actually kind of surprised by just how simple that was. So that was a job well done. So with that all in mind, there you have it. Those were all 9 of the dojo challenges within the LEGO Ninjago movie video game. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. Please also let me know down in the comment section below which of the 9 was your personal favorite. Let me just quickly run through them. The Collapsing Condo, Slithering Catacombs, the Secret Factory, the Stormy Docks, the Deadly Arena, the Dark Swamp, the Scorched Tomb, the Master's Dojo, and last, oh but certainly not least, it was the Savage Skyship. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will hopefully catch you guys here on the flip side. Peace out. I'll see you later, alligators.